to begin with, so the score kind of exists in two halves, and there's this kind of like toy band element where we have things like banjo and melodica, like harmonica and guitar and snare drum and all sorts of stuff, and piano obviously as well. And I was basically just trying to find the craziest instruments that I could find to make this cool, like kind of quirky little collective of a toy band at the start. So even harpsichord at one point, saxophone, like solo muted trumpet. So yeah, I was trying to just sort of throw the kitchen sink at it to begin with, and I found this like idiosyncratic collection of instruments that I would then reuse as it went on through the show. And then when we go to those personal moments where we see Nolly behind closed doors, I think it wouldn't have felt authentic to make try and make that quirky, you know, or it needed to be quite pure in its emotion, and so using a traditional string orchestra for those moments and kind of juxtaposing it to what had come before felt like the appropriate thing. And we do actually, it's interesting that you talk about scale, because I did save a bit of budget so that I could have a larger string orchestra for the end. So we've actually got a 40-piece string orchestra, which are double tracked, because we were able to do that in the country that we recorded. So there's actually about 80 string players on that end thing, kind of going at it. There might even be more because I might have double tracked them more than once, or rather overdub. So there will be double tracking and overdub. So I couldn't really tell you how many strings are on it, but it felt like when we got to Venice at the end of episode 3, obviously they did some amazing location filming there, and it looks fantastic. And we needed to match that cinematic quality with what was going on in the music. So, and it did also say in the script, when I read the scripts before they even shot it, Russell talked about the music soaring, almost like an opera, at the end of the moment where she looks back over her life. And so I knew that was going to be a challenge, especially on a TV budget, to pull it off. So I planned accordingly so we could have that big moment at the end with the strings.